Good evening. This is the initial response for Chapter 4 of the new Art and Science of Teaching. Connecting practice is important to building procedural knowledge or skills and strategies and processes, and this leads to a student's ability to grow declarative knowledge and higher level reasoning. And so we looked at elements 9, 10, and 11. Element 9 is using structured practice sessions, and this is where procedural knowledge begins to grow. Procedural knowledge begins when the students learn about the process, attempts to use the knowledge, and chooses what's important for them to be successful, and then they put it into practice. They use the knowledge effectively and become more fluent. In a classroom, a teacher presents the new information and steps needed through modeling, then provides some guided practice, and then monitors with correction. Once the students are successful, the teacher is then able to provide more challenging practice to build the fluency. They should be able to analyze other work and identify if the student should be able to identify if what they're doing is correct, and while making the corrections, they can continue to review and repeat in order to prepare for the testing. Structured practice should lead to active engagement, and students who are practicing are able to also ask questions about the learning, build personal confidence, and then begin to feel secure in executing the new skills with fluency. Element 10 deepens a student's understanding of the knowledge by asking them to examine similarities and differences, and a student should be able to describe through charts, diagrams, or writing the similarities and differences. Students' growth is seen when they understand and question the comparisons, and they're able to explain how they have personally deepened their own personal knowledge of the compared items at hand. Element 11 is examining errors in reasoning. This element takes a student to thinking strategically and using that knowledge in a strategic way. The student is able to recognize errors in their own reasoning and in the reasoning of others, and this real-world application challenges the students to think strategically, which prepares them for the future in careers or college experiences. Ideally, students should be able to not only identify errors, but predict potential errors and work to prevent or correct them. The implications of change in the classroom are seen when the teacher deepens the lesson by incorporating strategic thinking. But it does require the teacher to teach complex reasoning skills so that the students can recognize errors and provide reasoning as to why there is an error. Eventually, this comes to a place where the student becomes able to apply analysis, and this is when you see real growth in our students' learning and ability to process and use and just apply what they have learned. It's beyond DOK 1, and they're reaching DOK 4 with this examining